That's what, 2.5, 3.5, say 4 hours Monday through Thursday. Friday another hour and a half, and then another half an hour on Wednesday, another 2 hours right there. So, dog, how many hours is that?
A lot of hours.
A lot. I
And
like that. I like
lots of
that answer.
hours. And
Lo-
and let me chime in. The ramifications of SiriusXM bit them in the ass again today
Why?
because I traded in my car and got a new one. And anyways, it simultaneously kind of ended up with like 2 months ago, the trial service from SiriusXM expired. And I guess I had a little small bill of a couple bucks because I added some access or whatever. And they're hitting me up for payment and ask me if I want to come back. And I'm like, no, I'll pay you the $3 or whatnot, and then we're done, you know? And so they
Yeah.
send me over, they want to send me over to the fucking survival team or whatever, where they try to keep people on board. And I just let them know again. I said, check it out. I've been telling you assholes for 15 years. There's one show that everything else I can get the content either on cable TV, like The Herd and Skip Bayless and Michael Irvin and Richard Sherman, and Keyshawn. You know, I can all
Hmm.
the shows that I used to record on Sirius, I could watch on TV and record my DVR, YouTube TV. So I told them, I said, you guys got rid of the one show. I told you that guys had a long time ago, and you guys got rid of it. So you can stick this bill up your ass. I'll pay it, and then you can kick rocks.
Hmm.
And
You can
I
seal it
name
with your
drop. I was like
ass.
Covino Rich. I said, you bring back Covino Rich, you bring me back too. If not, deuces.
Yeah. And in the meantime, you can have Mr. Washington, right? Fucking the $3 that
Yeah.
they wanted from you.
I'll pay him. I don't ever burn, I don't burn people because I want my
Well,
three
yeah.
bucks. But to leave me the alone, this $3 payment is this we're ending the relationship, and I want to make sure I'm communicating that very clearly. It's over.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So, where do you want to get started, Doug? Do you fucking let me know?
I want to get started real quick. This is one that's important to me. I got a lot of I think you do too, but this is one I haven't caught up as much this week as I'd like to, so I don't know if this has been covered or not. But I'm gonna go ahead, even if it is covered, and I'm gonna point this out and give a testimonial. Are you ready for me to give testimony?
Yeah.
Okay. Listening to Cavino and Jardan's doggy story and the madness that ensued after she panicked, and I
Yeah.
get it because I'm a doggy owner. I am kind of poking a little fun because everything was all right and we can do that. But
Yeah.
with that being said, I totally understand because if that was my dog, I would have kind of panicked a little bit too.
Yeah.
Um, but my panics kind of went away a little bit a couple years ago when I bought this. It's called the Fi dog collar. And now I think they're on 5G. And you can track your pup at any time and it sets alarms. You draw a boundary for your house. And if at any time your dog goes outside that boundary, they text you, they email you, they call you, whatever, and you can track it live.
Really?
And not only that, it also acts. I don't want to say it's the same as an Apple Watch, but it tracks his steps. He's got a social media, Mr. Chapo Jenkins. It tells
I love
how
it.
many, where he ranks in his state, where he ranks with all dogs in his breed on Fi, like as far as distance and activity. And
Oh my
it's like an
goodness.
iPhone service. Now you don't even have to buy the product no more. You sign up for a subscription. It's 20 shanks a month. They send you all the shit. And when you're done, you send it back. But it provides such a peace of mind that, because it's okay, replay the beginning of that scenario again,
Yeah.
right? You look on your fine, Theo's fine. He's right at home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the collar ain't going to get it out by itself. And I've never seen a dog take off their own collar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you leave, you always make sure the collar's on. When you're home, you take the collar off. You just make sure when you go outside or whatnot, you don't let the little sneak out. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, it works fine. And and before they had the subscription program, I had bought their collar and I bought a couple of them actually. And Chapo Jenkins, he's a roughneck. We just talked about he did something to jacked his back up or something, and because he's wild. But he used to break their collars, and their collars before they had the subscription had a warranty, bro. And I remember they gave me like four one year and like three the next year because one day the collar would quit working with the base. But now this new and improved one they have, I haven't had an issue yet, and I've had it for about 7, 8 months.
Cool. The kind of shit as a dog owner, dog, that I never even knew. That shit's cool. That's some hella cool technology. You get his steps. You get, like you said boundaries. I think that
Yep.
shit's awesome. That's hella cool.
Yeah.
Put
Well,
it on a
yeah,
toddler if you don't have a dog.
because you know what, like for me, when I used to work, I only worked 5 minutes away before I bought the business that I did. I also have Arlo. So let's say Arlo shows that my gate swung open and Chapo was in the backyard, but I have him fenced off in a different section. But if the gate swings open and I open up my Fi and I see he's still at home, you know what I mean? And then I can look at the images from the picture and realize he didn't get out. Boom, I can just don't have to worry. I can drive home to shut the gate without freaking out, wondering where the dog's going to be.
Yeah, you see he's halfway to Tijuana. You're like,
Well, I'll say this.
I knew Chapo liked them horrors.
He does. He does. I'm about to buy him a stuffed. I'm about to buy him a stuffed animal as a recommendation from a friend. Chapo needs to get his energy out.
Oh, really? That's fucking hilarious. Does it
But
look like a dog?
I haven't bought him one yet. I got to figure it out. But
It looks
hopefully
like a little
I don't
dog
want to.
with the
You
bow.
better
in
not
it.
bang a turtle or something or an elephant.
Yeah.
It better be another dog or just a pillow or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I feel
but
you.
I'll say this though. When Kavina was telling his story, um, I think she really, 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 really. I mean, there's levels of panic, and I would panic too. But like, her panic level was through the roof,
Dog, she
and I
hit
don't.
cars.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like that's pretty extreme, and but I understand. So there's no judgment. But what I'm saying is, for $20 a month, $5 a week, take some of that away.
Have you fucking hit up Covino about that?
No, because I just thought about it right now. Like I want to talk about the
The product.
situation.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
as Chapo's wearing his collar and he's in here doing the podcast with me in the room, I was like, well, let me just show it.
Yeah. You know what, dog? Once fucking, we get to a certain level, we'll have a fucking Chapo cam, and you could set him up with a microphone and a fucking camera on him.
You hear him
then-
snort the whole thing,
We can mute him if we need to, dog.
licking his nuts over there. They don't want to see Chapo licking his nuts, do they?
Dog, you know what? If I ever win the lottery, I'm gonna pay you out to retire, and then I'm gonna get all my shit taken care of and all my family and shit. And then we'll be able to do this full time every day after Covino and Rich. We'll go live. We'll have our dope ass studio. Dog, I won the lottery, right? So we might even fly every day to a certain area. I'll fly myself out to you in my private jet, fly you over here.
Bro,
Dog, it's gonna be dope.
I live 10 minutes from Elon's launch pad over here where he's sending all them damn satellites into orbit. We'll just go to the moon, bro. We'll get a hold of Elon since you win the lottery. I'll get a rocket over to you. We'll rocket to the moon, and then we'll just come back, bro. We'll land on the landing pads in the water and have them come get us by boat.
Dog, isn't that crazy? You mentioned Elon, right?
Yep.
And I'm like, we could win the lottery, like the biggest lottery, and still not have as much money as him. Crazy.
It is crazy.
That is crazy, dog.
But he's duped a lot of people, though, because I looked at some of his Teslas, and although the technology is super, super, super dope, those things are put together like shit. Like the panels most of the time don't line up. Like this one, gap's bigger on this side than it is on this one. When you push the plastic, it creaks. I mean, those things are built like I put the shit together from IKEA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're not bad. Hey, if anyone's listening right now and you guys got a Tesla, not knocking the technology because the technology is dope, that big screen, the things that it can do. I love Tesla for all of that. But the quality and the craftsmanship of the little egg that he built is not up to par, in my opinion. I'm not Mac Mall, but this is my opinion.
Yeah, no, I think that's hella dope that you would say that, because to me, I've only seen pictures and I've never. Have you ever been in one? I don't think I've ever even been in one.
They're bad. They are. I was in one with my daughter the other night when we were coming back from the airport.
Does Elon have his own internet, like his own Spectrum type?
Yeah, that's what those Spectrum. He got what's it called? It's a Starlink. It's internet from the satellites.
For real?
He provided it, bro.
Dog, come on.
It's a big issue. He provided it to Ukraine during the war.
Okay, well, learn me something, dog. I don't know. I'm a moron.
Sorry, bro. I didn't mean to get violent. No violence. In the
I know. You're like, you call yourself an American? I was like, oh.
You call yourself a techie? How dare you?
Oh my goodness. No. Okay, Starlink. I've heard the
You're
name.
on a tech timeout, sir. You're going on techie timeout.
Starlink.
But no, yeah, it's Starlink. That's what he's launching. Why? And I'm just talking shit, but he wakes me up every 3 weeks launching that shit in space over here. So I know about it because it always says, yeah, Falcon F9 and 25 Starlinks into orbit.
Oh. We learned this week that Cavino is the biggest Instinct fan. Briars and Dryers ice cream. Dog, I couldn't stop laughing when Cavino was talking about how Jordan picked up some ice cream. And Rich
Okay.
was like, why are you guys eating like you're homeless or whatever I'm like, dog, it's ice cream. Do you really need like top tier ice cream?
Bro, I'll buy Blue Bunny.
Yeah, isn't that shit only like $6 for like a gallon
It's
or some
fucking,
shit?
no, you're right. Let me ask you this. Have you ever went to the grocery store okay, and I'm not, but let me just stop all the shit talk ahead of time. Not you tried the Little Debbie fucking marshmallow fucking puff cake one and you didn't like the flavor, or you didn't like their Rocky Road, because I know someone out there who's really picky about their Rocky Road. So I'm not saying that, but if you bought like a store brand chocolate, strawberry, Neapolitan, or vanilla, you're telling me you've ever had a bad one if it wasn't damaged by like freezer burn? No, they all work.
Yeah.
Even as a little kid, they never gave us gourmet shit as a little kid. Tell me as a little chubby ass kid, I wasn't grubbing on my ice creams.
But see, this is what kind of like trips me out is that to me, I'm just like, who cares? If Jordan wanted to save a couple of bucks, then shouldn't he be stoked? I mean, because
It's judgy. It's just
people,
judgy.
dog, think about it.
Do you care what kind of ice cream I eat?
So think about it.
Walmart flip flop planner boy.
People have been in relationships where their significant other only wanted, oh, I only want the top tier ice cream, right? And so they only wanted, while they were on their hustle and or whatever. And now he's with somebody who is freaking modest enough to save a couple of bucks. Say, hey, this shit is not that expensive and it was on sale. Hey, what the hell? $2 and we get 12 days worth of ice cream? I'll take it. So when has, saving a few bucks been like a bad thing? I don't get it.
It's not a bad thing. So I'm going to tell you right now what the bad thing in this whole thing that I'm hearing is someone open their mouth telling you what kind of ice cream you should eat.
Yeah.
There's days, fucker, I eat top ramen. There's days I eat filet mignon. I don't want filet mignon every day. I don't want Ben and Jerry's every day. Like, yeah, New York Super Fudge Chunk is my shit, but I don't need that shit every time I have ice cream.
I wonder
You know
if
what
there's
I
a
mean?
knockoff
So
Ben and Jerry's called the Jen and Berries.
Who? Ooh,
The Jen and Berries. Dog,
it
think
wasn't
about that.
It wasn't fucking Stan and Larry.
Let's okay, new endeavor. All right. Oh,
What's that?
nothing.
But no,
I
check
was
it out.
just,
But I'm gonna give up some game. If you guys want a good ass ice cream that even fucking Dickie Face Davis can't argue and poke fun of, try Tillamook and try the Marion Berry Pie or the raspberry. They have dark cherry, but the Marion Berry Pie, the Cookie Monster, and they got a raspberry white chocolate, and that is about $4 or $5 for the normal fucking whoopty wop, and it is flame-o.
wait, was
Trust
that
me.
ice cream tip the very first edition of El Cucuy Gives Up Game?
Okay, El Cucuy gives up game. Get you
Cucuy Gives Up
Tillamook, I
Game?
promise.
Was that what you're gonna do? I
I'm just
feel like
telling
every
you.
week you're gonna break us off with a little bit of game on how to save some money. You've told us
do it.
about the HOA fees, about the dopest way to make ramen for two, and still fix it up. Cucuy
Segment number
Gives Up
one.
Game.
Segment number
We
one.
need a little graphic for that and everything. Cucuy
All
Gives
right.
Up Game.
Yep. Hey, and you know what? But I will say this: the Tillamook is in the Dryers price range, but that's caca. Like that already tells me Caravel Davis where his mind. You want Briars or Dryers? That's like I don't know. What was he? I missed that story. So what brand did she happen to buy?
She did buy dryers, and
What's wrong
I
with
think
Dryers?
she got it for like $1 or some like $1.99 or some.
I mean, it
And
ain't the best, but it's like a basic entry, not entry, but it's because you got like Bayview, you got the Walmart, you got the El Cheapos. It's like mid range.
yeah, what did Spot say? Signature Selects or some. I was like, I think
That's
that's
the
like a
Safeway
fucking.
brand. But hey,
Oh, is it?
Spot's right about that though. Safeway and Vons and Albertsons, they have a private label, and their Signature Select is like their Dryers or Briars version. But I'm telling you, if you're gonna go in that route, like with what she did, if she got a sale, then I don't even need to say nothing. Just take the baller on a budget mentality and enjoy your ice cream. If you do want to spend $4, $5, $6 on one of those little jugs, go Tillamook. Just trust
Oh,
me.
you know what, Doug? I fucking I'm not even. I'm gonna give him a name. Fucking, we'll call him Jack Red Sox. So Jack
Okay.
Red Sox is a dude who is always talking shit.
I don't like them already.
Fucking Doug, Jack Red Sox. Cavino and Rich were saying something about, oh
Oh, you
yeah,
mean Chris
bro.
White Sox?
When they were not that's not that guy don't deserve any credit. I'm talking about Jack Red Sox. So Jack Red
All right, my
Sox,
bad.
Cavino and Rich were talking about, getting a pint of ice cream, and they were talking about, oh yeah, this one's dope, and they were talking about how they could sit there and eat the pint and blah blah blah,
Oh, I
and
can
Jack
kill a pint.
and Jack White Sox jumps in and he's like, you can eat a whole pint, Doug. All right, I'm not
After a
fucking-
blunt?
Doug. Listen, I'm
After
closer to Fluffy than Brad Pitt, but that's what I'm saying, Doug. Is that Chris White Sox is Jack Red Sox is also closer to Fluffy than Brad Pitt. So he's gonna sit here and lie and act like he can't knock out a pint. It's
Bro,
not a half a
it-
gallon. It's not
it's
a
not
gallon.
even about fluffiness because I've been less fluffy where I'm like, just kind of a little thick, not much, maybe 20, 30 over where my target should be. And I've been 50 or 60 over where my target should be. I'll tell you this, with enough weed, it didn't matter either time. I'll kill a pint, a bag of sweet tart ropes. We'll kill some Whoppers, some gummies, and a bag of chips.
Whoppers.
What are you talking about? You can just keep blazing and you don't even get full.
Yeah, Doug, Whoppers. I love Whoppers.
You know what I like to do is store one on my cheek like a squirrel, and then let the chocolate, and then it breaks down to the malt.
Dang, you're taking back to '96 right here, Doug.
You know when you didn't have no money and shit when you were a little kid, and like you got one candy to sneak in the movies from the Dollar Tree, like you had to make that last 2 hours.
Doug, that reminds me, like that kind of shit reminds me of being in like my dad's Cadillac, fucking listening to like the Shy Lights. Have you seen
Cadillac.
her?
Oh
And
shit!
just like with the fucking candy, like
Oh,
you
he
said.
sounds like a
fucking-
pimp. He sounds like a
wait-
pimpy dude.
Oh, Doug. Yeah. My
What,
dad
he's
used to
slicker
get
than
down
worm
with.
sperm.
He's Doug. He had his fucking caddy that he used to always have all fucking and shined up and shit, shining the chrome on it, right?
Oh, that's
Getting all
dope.
the fucking shit on the inside, all armor, all this.
Me
and
and
we
him
would
would have got
fucking-
along great.
We go out for like, yeah, you gotta clean up the white walls, right? And he
Yeah,
would
you
fucking
do.
Dog. Okay,
I
we'd
seen
go out-
someone today. This ain't Cadillac or White Walls, but I seen someone today in Walmart when I was working, and they had some tight ass J's, and they were all scuffed up. And my first thought was, you ain't never heard of a fucking $150 or fucking Magic Eraser at the dollar store?
Dog,
Dude, you're gonna wear Jordans, and they're not even ripped or nothing. You're just a slob. Clean your
That's
shit.
yeah, that's the problem. No, Doug, the other day I was gonna wear my Jordans to I had to do actually I gave a 30-minute like seminar
you do a lot in
basically.
3 minutes, bro.
I gave a 30-minute no, it was a 30 minutes little
You do
seminar
more
on
than
social
30.
media.
There you go. That's a good time.
So Doug, it was like so my lady was having a coaches conference, right? And so
Okay.
she was like she had told me a minute ago that she wanted me to be a speaker and this, and I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I blew it off until like the night before. She was like, are you gonna do this or not? And I was like, oh, all right. So Doug, so I went and I was gonna talk about social media and growing your following and this or that. Doug, I spent
Yeah.
30 minutes on that session. So I was like,
Really?
yeah, that's a long ass session to be talking about social media.
Bro,
But-
did you get paid?
No, Doug, that's my lady. What am I supposed to do? Fucking send her an invoice?
No, you can tax her in other which ways, bro.
Yeah,
I didn't
well-
say it had to come in the form of a cash
Oh.
exchange.
Well, then I got paid. Doug.
All right, you good.
Come on now. She
You
be throwing
good.
those chola filters on and shit, and then we're like,
You can't throw f***ing quarters at her, bro. I'm not talking about that.
Oh, Doug, in Canada they actually tip
Hey.
strippers in fucking coins, like, because they have much like in we have like the dollar quarter type, dollar
Right.
coin. In Canada, they have those as well,